Well, here I am again. I bet you're absolutely fed up with the sight of me by now. Let me have a quick drink and then I'll start. I've just been out to the shed, it's too cold to film out there, and brought another huge bag of stuff in. Some more boho stuff and some baby stuff, so you've got a mixture of stuff that I'm going to show you now. As I said before, you see anything that you like, please email me. I'll put my email address underneath. And everything I'm showing you is for sale. I did show you in my other video a waistcoat. Once again, no pattern, I just make them up. This one is a 34 bust, but it would fit 36, I think. It's got the granny squares around it, and granny squares around the back, of course, and it's granny stitch at the top. So that's one. This one I absolutely adore. It's a pattern I think it was by Jen Cherry. It's got the mandala style back, and it's got the beautiful fringe that I love so much. Yeah. The front is fairly plain, but then again, you know, you don't need it to be jazzy at the front if it's a statement at the back. This one is a 36-inch bust, and it's a cotton mix. So we'll get rid of that one. I've got a couple of these somewhere, I think. The other one will probably emerge somewhere. This one is a 28-inch chest. It's like a child's one. Very boho. Same front and back. I love these, but this one's a tiny one, 34-36 bust. They've got the mandala back and the plainish fronts with the lacing up. I think I showed you another one of those in the other video I just made. Oh, there's the other little one. There's the other little one. I think this is a little bit larger actually. Yeah, this one's 30-32. So again, a teenager style one. It's in the cream, same front and back. Very boho. Very retro. I think we're on to, oh no, we've got a couple more adult ones. These are very retro, but they were actually in, I think it was Simply Crochet magazine not long back. This one's a 38-inch bust, acrylic machine wash, same back and front. Be great over the top of a grey, navy, kingfisher sweater. And the other one is done in my favourite shades of purple. This one is actually quite big, it's a 46-inch bust. This one. So another retro one. Right, have we on? Oh no, we've got one more adult one. You've actually seen this one before. It's the campfire cardigan. With a little waistcoat tagged onto it. The campfire cardigan. I've shown you this one before. It's got the sleeves. I haven't measured this one. I think it's a sort of a free size one. That's the size of it. It's kind of a free size, I think. Right, we're on to baby things, I think, now. This one is, I think it was cotton actually. Again, most of these are not priced because I have taken the tags off them. It's got a little hat with it. Wrong way. I always go the wrong way with this camera, don't I? A little hat to match with a flower on it. And it's got the buttons down the front. And it's in 100% cotton, this one. It's probably about a 20-22 size, something along that region. This one is very tiny, it's a little vest. Probably for a little boy because it's the colours of a little boy, isn't it? That's a little vest. I love this pattern. I sold quite a few of them, but I did them in darker colours like navy and red. And the only one I've got left is this blue and white one. I love this pattern. It's gorgeous. I made it actually for my son, would you believe? So it is a retro pattern. But the ones I made in navy and red sold right away. I love this little one. This one has got my trademark of the little flowers on it. I love putting the little flowers on it with the buttons. It's got a little hat to match it. It's a newborn size. All acrylic, machine wash. Because if you're a brand new mum, you can't be bothered, can you, doing hand washing at the sink. Right, I've got 2 of these. They are very tiny. They would fit a reborn dolly or a very newborn premature baby. They do come actually with little pants, you know, that fit over the top of the nappies. And but they are tiny. So, as I said before, everything I've been making recently has come out tiny. No idea why. There's another one of those in pink, I think, somewhere in my little pile that I will get to eventually. This one has a little hat to match. It's a little popover that you put over shorts, a little dress or whatever. Once again, my trademark flowers on it. And the hat, it just comes in the shell stitch to match. Again, that's quite a tiny one. Quite a newborny one. Slot the hat through so I don't lose it. This one comes with pants as well. I did have one the other way which was maroon with the cream trim, but that did sell. It's in cotton, this one. It's a 20-inch chest. It's a little dress with the flower in like the maroon. It's got the maroon ribbon and the maroon trim. Once again, it's got the little panties that pop over the nappy that matches. What else have I got? Oh gosh. This one again is in cotton. This one is for an 18-inch chest, and it's got the little patch pockets that are like teddy bears, and it actually has teddy bear buttons on it as well, and it has a little hat that has the little teddy bear on it. This one's in cotton too. Well, you will have seen this one because this is one that I made recently. I think this is probably about a 22 chest. It's sort of a duck egg blue. It's almost grey, but they call it duck egg blue, with the 2 shades of purple and, well, purple and lilac, isn't it? This is another tiny one that comes with a hat. It's got the little rosebuds on it. Again, it's a newborn, got a little hat. I think the hat's got, yeah, the hat's got little flowers on it too. This one's a bit bigger. This is done in a fleck yarn, and I've picked out the colours of the fleck to do the contrasting borders with it. Once again, I've got to label all these before the craft fair, which is why I've brought them indoors, because I don't fancy sitting in the cold shed to do it all. This is another one of my own designs. It's done in lilac, pink and white. A little cardie. A lot of these are my own designs. If you start asking me for patterns, they kind of don't exist. This is another one, like the lemon one, but slightly bigger. Done in white with the pink rosebuds, and the little hat that goes with it has got the pink rosebuds with it too. I do like traditional patterns, as you probably gathered, but a lot of the modern mothers sadly want to put them in denim and stuff like that. But yeah, this one is a set. It comes with booties, and it's got a little cardigan jacket, and it's got what we used to call angel top, but apparently you're not supposed to call them that anymore because that means it's a burial ground gown. But they're like a little short one that fits over tights, yeah. Even on the pattern, there is a pattern, or there was a pattern for this, where it is I don't know, but it did call it an angel top on the pattern. So it's a 3-piece set. It's got little booties, and they've got the little rosebud trimmings on them. This one's a bit bigger. could be for a boy. It's got a bit of lilac-y pink in it, but it could be for a boy. Little jacket with a collar on, and that again has got a little hat. I always make a little hat to match if there's any yarn left over. Always do that. This one is a 3-piece. It has a little dress done in the sort of rainbow design. I've picked out one of the shades. It said it's a 20-inch, this one. It's got the little cardigan in the granny stitch that matches with, you know, the contrast colour in the dress. And it's got a little hat with a flower that, you know, is also in the contrast. So it comes as a 3-piece set, this one. It's got the little flower on it in the contrast colour. And I've edged it with the contrast colour to make it as a 3-piece set. Why is it nobody wants me until I start making a video? This one is for an older child, but it's quite a slender child, so because it's a long vest type waistcoat with a turn back collar. It was actually a pattern for an adult, but because the yarn I used was ice yarn and very, very fine, once again we're back to everything turning out small, it only turned out to be for a child instead of for an adult. It's very, very pretty. I don't think an adult would have worn this colour anyway. It says 26-inch chest on this one. So, we shall see. Oh, can't reach everything. Is, excuse me, reaching. Can't reach, can't reach. This is, well, I did think it was a 3-piece because it had booties, but I don't know where the booties have gone. It's a little coat. It's got the little bows on it, and it's one of those hats, you know, like the cat hat. Oh, the booties are there, they've just fallen out the hat. It's got the tassels on, so it's a little square hat. It's blue, but it's more of a girl because it's got the little bows on the shoes. I knew it had shoes, little shoes. Yeah. If I do put them on a web page, if they don't sell, I will be making better photographs using one of my dollies as a mannequin. Yeah. This one is tiny again, but in a darker colour. But it's only a hand wash one because it's got some wool in it, I think. It's got a shorter sleeve, it's not a full length sleeve. But somebody had said to me they wanted a matinee jacket in a darker colour, so I made it, and of course, when I'd made it, they didn't want it. Story of my life, that, yeah. Right, I'm going to have to move right across now to try and get these other things. I can't reach them, excuse me, while I do what I'm doing. Oh, that was a bit of an effort. Oh, I found the other little set that's for the preemie baby or a reborn dolly. This one's in pink with the little knickers to match. Panties, whatever you want to call them, yeah. Yeah, so I made that. That's in a cotton, I think. No, it's acrylic. Feels like cotton, looks like cotton, actually acrylic. This one I think is cotton. Let me look at this one. Yeah, Cotton Twist Aran is a 22-inch chest. This was actually, I think it was a Jaeger. It's like a lilac-y pink. It's got bubbles, bubble pattern on it. And it's got a little, just a plain hat to match, no bubbles on the hat. But I wouldn't mind a jacket like that myself, actually. Right, we're getting nearer to the newer stuff that I've made, although we've still got some of the ones left in the old stuff. This one's a poncho. Gosh, I've tied the neck that tight, that would strangle any child. Let me undo the neck a little bit, so like you see it would go over a child's neck. It's just a little plain pink poncho. They don't really have sizes, do they, ponchos? They fit over the head. Excuse me while I have a little slurp. Right, I've got another one with the... Oh boy, do I love my rosebuds. Or did I love my rosebuds when I made all these things? This one is white with the pink rosebuds on it. Little traditional matinee coat with a little lace hat. I do wish it would come back in fashion to dress babies as babies. I don't know what there is of this fad for dressing babies like they're 12 or even adults. Yeah? Babies are babies and they're babies for such a short time. So please dress them in very, pale colours and let them be a baby. This one is white with very faint pink and lilac flexing. It doesn't have a bonnet, it's just a little jacket on its own. This is just a little hat on its own, obviously for a little boy. Little boy in a bobble stitch, little boy's hat. Newborn, I would imagine. Right, we're on to the more modern stuff that I made recently that I've just shown you, but I will show you again. This is another one that's come out tiny, so it's a newborn, or a small newborn or a preemie. It comes with a little hat. It's in like peachy, pinky colour with little wooden buttons. This is a bag I made for a little girl, just a little bag, in like a plush wool. Oops, my pile's falling over. And with the rest of the plush wool I made a teeny weeny little jacket, once again, reborn or a brand new preemie baby, with a little hat to match. Again, another tiny one, granny squares at the bottom, stripes at the top, little wooden button to fasten it. I mean, you have seen these before. This one's a little waistcoat or vest or whatever you want to call it. It's about a 20-inch chest, I think. It's got the sparkle around the edges, sparkle. This one is another teeny weeny one in a lilac-y pink. Just a plain classic-y one. Patterned front and back. These were from a pattern, but I would hesitate to recommend a pattern because I just couldn't follow it. I'm sorry, whoever it was, whose pattern it was. I did say originally when I made it whose pattern it was, but I wouldn't recommend it because I didn't have to. I had to alter it so much. So, unless you're good at manoeuvring, I wouldn't bother. That's got the little stripy sleeves. It's probably about a 22, that one. And I made another one somewhere along the line. Thought I did. Oh yeah, I did. It's here in lilac. But as I said, I wouldn't recommend this pattern. If I don't find them easy to do, and if I have to shuffle about with them and mess about with them, I don't recommend them because not everybody's got that expertise either that they can shuffle them about. So, as I say, I took the general idea from a pattern, but I didn't finish up doing it. This was from a pattern that if you look back at one of my other videos, I do tell you where I got the pattern from for this one. I think it was Moogly, I'm not sure. It's got little buttons on it. I don't know why they're all unbuttoned. Everything I'm showing is unbuttoned. I think it was because it was put on the doll. Oh, you're buttoning it up wrong now. I'm buttoning it up so it doesn't match. I did put a picture of this one on the dolly. It's got a hood. Yeah. And we're down to the last one. This is, again, no pattern. This is in the head. Little granny squares. Front and back granny squares. And stripy sleeves. Stripy sleeves. So, I hope you like my showing you all of these things, because they're ready for the craft show, which is at Fleetwood Methodist on the 18th, that's a Saturday. So, oh, and I did get a lovely necklace from eBay, which is priced at €24 or £16, was it? And I got it for, I think it was about £4 plus postage. It's all little circles. It's very Boho. I've got some more coming, which I will show you when they arrive. At the moment I'm waiting for the Amazon man, but nothing exciting. It's just wood for kindling and firelighters. I went down to the shop on Wednesday, and the shop where I get everything from didn't have anything in. I presume it's because it's colder weather and everybody's been buying the coal and buying the firelighters and the kindling and everything, so hey ho, I ordered it from Amazon. Cost me a lot more money, but these things have to be done because I am not being cold. I am going to light the fire in a moment because I am freezing, but I'm going to leave pricing and measuring these little garments for another day. I will have to do it before the weekend, obviously, which is why I brought them in the house, because I'm not sitting out there in the cold. I did a beautiful video which I barely uploaded. I think I've uploaded part of it, about 3 minutes of it that's actually uploaded, where I did show you what sort of chaos still ensues in the shed. But sadly my camera decided it was having none of it, so it didn't do it, yeah. So I'm going to do these in relative warmth of the house. I'm going to get my tape measure out. I'm going to get my gift tag things that I fasten onto things and put the sizes on, the prices on. But everything I've shown you on the other video and on this video is for sale. I am not saving it for the craft fair or anything like that. If you like anything and you want to know more about it, please email me or send me a private message on Facebook. Because if you put a comment in the comments here, I don't always see it. And obviously, as I explained before, I don't reply with prices because people watch my videos months along the line, years along the line. So I hesitate to put prices onto things on an actual YouTube video. So if you want to know more, please ask away. Most of the patterns I won't be able to tell you because they're from the head, yeah. If there is a pattern, I will tell you, but just take it for granted, really, that there probably isn't. I know I infuriate everybody when I say that, but it's the way of the world. I design, I crochet, I don't do tutorials, I don't do things to sell a pattern, because if I do use a pattern, it's not one of mine, if you know what I'm saying. So when I put them on first place and I put a picture of anything on Instagram and Facebook, if there is a pattern, I will put it on, yeah. If there isn't, then obviously, if there's no mention of a pattern, you know that there isn't one, yeah. Right, I'm going to go now. I hope you're going to watch me live tonight, 9 o'clock. I won't have priced any of these things. They'll be back into the bag again. But hey ho, I've done part of the job. I've actually brought them into the house. Not sure the family will enjoy having 2 massive big bags in the snug, but tough bunnies, I live here as well. That's all I'm going to say, is if I make a mess from time to time, they have to bear with me, don't they, because I am not sitting in the coal shed. I do need to find some shawls. I may take a couple of shawls with me to the craft fair, because it is just before Mother's Day, and somebody may have a grandma, you know, that they want to buy a shawl for. I mean, I wear them, and I think shawls are pretty fashionable, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people think they're old-fashioned, but I personally don't think they are. And judging by the number of shawl patterns that are on YouTube, and not always for elderly people, that, excuse me, they must be fashionable, you know. It's the way you wear them, isn't it? The way you put them on. you know. But anyway, I am going to go now, and I will see you later at 9 o'clock, hopefully. 9 o'clock live, my time, UK time, on YouTube, Saturday. Every Saturday. Come and join the party. Yeah. Okay. Bye now.